This 5-week campaign that has dragged us through 2 extended long weekends, the death of a pope, a cyclone and school holiday breaks has been one of the least engaging contests I can remember in recent political history. On the Labor side, the tactic seems to have been to repeat over and over again lies and distortions, hoping that a disengaged public, like most of Australians, might just hear a claim they vaguely believe to be true and vote for no change. How Prime Minister Albanese and Treasurer Chalmers are allowed to get away with making stuff up and not play the price just beggars belief. The claim the coalition has secret plans to dismantle Medicare is just ridiculous. About as ridiculous as the Prime Minister's claim we will all be able to waltz into our GP clinic with just a green Medicare card and not pay anything for a consultation. If that can happen, it's rare and people know that. But say it and wave your own Medicare card around enough and hope people will actually believe it. Does the Prime Minister seriously not pay anything to go to the doctor? And if this was to be the case, no wonder Australia's broke. These scare tactics also used a widely exaggerated cost of going nuclear of $600 billion. Now, this has been debated up and down the street. Every Albanese minister knows that figure, supplied by a Green left lobby group called the Clean Energy Council, is false. But again, repeat it enough and it will stick in some voters' minds. The half-truths and scare tactics have lasted all the way to the last day of campaigning. I want you to have a listen to your Prime Minister just before 8 a.m. today, addressing at length the travelling media.
My opponent is fearful of the present and petrified of the future. I did say 3 years ago that you needed more than one term, and we do. Urgent care clinics will be entrenched if we're elected. They'll go under the coalition. They'll get education funding. And this is all before they have any serious proposition of funding their $600 billion for nuclear energy. We can have this absolute nonsense, treating the Australian people with contempt, sitting back wherever he was sitting, whatever he was doing for 3 years, not coming up with any alternative policies, giving budget replies without any costings. These people are just not ready. They are just not ready for government. Australia deserves better, and I'll give them better.
The PM says Dutton's treating Australians with contempt. The Prime Minister's treating us like a bunch of mugs. I mean, that grab just proves my point. Peter Dutton, call him a social vandal, make people believe he'll trash your health system, hope someone was watching and move on. I must say there was also a hint of hubris in the Prime Minister's performance this morning. He talked early in the campaign about Dutton measuring up the curtains for the lodge. He adjusted, like a bloke who expects to have Jody and Toto the dog installed in the lodge for at least another 3 years. I just got a sense in watching him today that he really does believe this thing is done and dusted. Disappointingly, as the Australian newspaper pointed out in its editorial today, suggesting a coalition vote was the lesser of two ordinary options, that this election has not been a turning point poll, unlike those polls where Bob Hawke in 1983 won or John Howard's defeat of Paul Keating in 1996. The Australian called it a spendathon with a lot of short-term thinking. We will likely, if the polls are right, get a result tomorrow night, but no one should forget the Morrison miracle of 2019 when the bookmakers paid out on a win for Bill Shorten weeks and weeks before election day. How wrong was that? Morrison won 77 seats to Labor's 69. Is there another miracle in the making? Peter Dutton clearly needs one, and he issued his own late glimmer of hope today.
I've been clear in relation to my objective, and that is to win the election tomorrow. We're not in this for anything other than doing the best for our country, and the best outcome for our country is to change a bad government out. Don't forget the last 3 years. The last 3 years have been a failure right across the economy and people's lives. People have really suffered because of a bad government. I am excited to be in this position and excited to look tomorrow to an outcome which will be a better future for our country.
Well, does he believe he can win? Clearly he must, or it would be pretty hard to keep going. Well, we all now sit back and wait and see.